Hi y'all. Today I want to show you another one of my favorite decks. This is the Hobbit Tarot. It's a US games system deck. If you follow me on Pinterest or any of the other social media, you know that I really love Tolkien and I love the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series and the Silmarillion and all of Tolkien's works. So the Hobbit Tarot definitely needed to be with me. And I do really love the images. They are adorable. We're going to look at them. This is the little title card for the deck. You can see everything about it here. The artist and the author. And US game system. And this is the backings of the cards. And they're pretty good cardstock. Yes, they are. It comes with a little guidebook, as you can see, and yes, it has been used because I do use the Hobbit Tarot. I like it a lot. And there are no depictions of the cards in the book. You know, it's basically Rider-Waite based. And, you know, so you really don't need the book, but I like the book because, for example, on the lover's card, it tells you who the people are. Bilbo's parents. And I like things like that, like the Hierophant, Deep in a Trance, Gandalf. I like that because I am crazy about the Lord of the Rings. The books, and this does have reverse meanings in here. I didn't think there was any spreads, but it is a good little guidebook. It's kind of thick for a little guidebook, and that's how thick it is. But I have little bitty hands, so, well, compared to the size of the cards. There you go. There's your guidebook. Now let's look at the cards. So we're going to start at the beginning with the Fool, and we're just going to pan our way across the major arcana. Pull back a hair. There we go. When I initially bought these cards, I assumed, see there's the Lovers, that's Bilbo's parents. I love that card. I assumed that I would just, have them in my collection because they are Lord of the Rings, Tolkien. But I started to use them and I really fell in love with them because I like the imagery. I think it's great. And it has little stories in the book, the guidebook, and that's great. That death card is pretty amazing. That's one of my birth cards. And here you have Smaug doing his thing for the devil in the tower. The star and the moon. Now the sun card is probably one of my absolute favorites in the deck. It's beautiful. That is a beautiful sun card. Judgment. And the world is also Smaug as he's sitting on his gold pile, hoarding it. Now we have the Suit of Wands, which is my suit, as I am a fire sign. And I really do love the imagery. I mean, it's just gorgeous. If you like the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, things of that nature, which I do. That is why on the description of my channel, I call myself a nerdy girl because there's the giant eagles. Most people would say, oh, this is stupid. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is my card normally, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, which is beautiful. And this is the Suit of Cups. I really like the Two of Cups. This is where Gandalf comes to see Bilbo at Bag End to ask him to go on an adventure. The Four of Cups is what's on the box. It is just a little paper box. There's Gollum. I don't like the way they depicted Gollum as green, but that's fine. And a friend of mine said the same. But I think they're beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Queen of Cups is a gorgeous card. Now we have the Suit of Swords. Sorry for the glare. If you know anything about The Hobbit, these images will make complete sense to you, especially that one. And now we're to the coins. The Hobbit was one of the first more in-depth books that I learned to read. I began to read at a very young age. I am very addicted to the written word. And The Hobbit was one of the first ones that my father bought for me to learn to read with. It was a small, like a child type edition. I wish I still had it, but you know, yeah, it was great. I read that thing till it basically fell apart, and that's when my love of Tolkien began. I initially assumed I would buy this deck just to add to my collection, but it became more than just a collector's deck. If you love The Hobbit or Tolkien, you can totally appreciate this deck if you love tarot as well. I totally love this deck. I'm not going to kid you. I really do. The quirkier the deck, the better. I think I'm going to start showing more of my decks, my collection, because I want to share and let you see if you decide you want to purchase a particular deck, because most of my decks are older. I don't have a lot of newer decks. I quit buying decks. I want to start showing my decks more. I haven't begun to read with all of my decks again yet, but I'm starting, which is a plus because that means I am healing. Healing is always good. I hope this video found you all very happy and healthy. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my wonderful subscribers. And I want to give a huge shout out to my wonderful friend in Florida. You know who you are, my love, my dear, my best friend ever. You are wonderful and kind, and thank you for all the kind words. I hope you found this video. Oops, already said that. Speak later, guys. Bye for now. I love you, Melissa.